Today I want to talk about fall color in the UP. Or better yet, I want you to use this as your guide to your 2021 fall color tour on this episode of Go Here and Do This. I'm pairing this fall guide with Tangelo Dream. The beer itself is a rich orange color, the same color as the leaves that we're chasing after. Every year, the fall colors change slightly different based on the weather, but I will put the date of when I filmed all of this stuff in 2020 so that you can use it as a reference to your guide when you go up and explore this for yourself. Most people are aware that colors change from north to south, but they also change from inland towards the water. So as you're going through this, if you don't like the colors that you see, just head inland and you're probably going to have some better success. For example, here on this date, we were at Black River Harbor. And then just a few miles in was Copper Peak, and the entire area looked like this. Now let's stay here for just a second, because standing hundreds of feet above the tree line is perhaps one of the best ways to get a 360-degree view of the fall colors. It's pretty mind-blowing if you don't have a fear of heights and you don't mind standing that high up on the scaffolding. Sometimes it kind of catches you off guard, but it's totally worth it. Now we're gonna move up into the Keweenaw to Brockway Mountain, because that is another spot that sits high above the trees and gives you a beautiful vantage point. Now, here's where I want to make the point that just getting to a high area and looking over top of stuff is the only way to see the fall colors. In fact, it's not. I'd recommend exploring all of the Keweenaw Peninsula because you're going to get through some tunnels of leaves that are just amazing. You can stop at Lake Superior and you can see how that during the summer, Lake Superior is blue and beautiful. And then in the fall, it turns into this dark and moody lake that, well, scientifically, I don't know why it happens, but I'm telling you, it happens, and it is just as beautiful as the changing of the leaves. So you can always travel to the famous spots and stand above the trees and see everything, and I would recommend doing it, but during the fall season, it can get pretty busy. And that's why Andy and I always recommend bringing some hiking shoes, and for us, we always bring our paddle boards so that we can get down onto the ground and find a few spots for ourselves. Last year, Andy and I were in Negaunee, and we stumbled upon the historic CR 510 bridge. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a super popular area for fall colors. But because we had our paddle boards, we were able to explore further in, and it really felt like we had this entire valley to ourselves, and it made for a really special day. As we moved east through the UP, we stopped at Mission Hill in Brimley. It's just outside of Sault Ste. Marie. And we stopped there on October 8th and we got this footage. What I really like about this area is it's more than just a view of Spectacle Lake and then Lake Superior, but right there is actually the trail that you can hike out and then you can go down and hike around Monaco Lake. And that is one of my favorite hiking spots, pretty much ever, because it might have been my first hiking spot ever because we used to camp there all the times as kids. So for me, it's got a bit of a sentimental value, but I guarantee that you'll like it too. Now, this entire time, I've been talking about spots all along Lake Superior. And so for the first time in the video, I want to go along the Lake Michigan shoreline. We're talking about Fayette Historic State Park. This place, sure, you can go and see the fall colors, but the fall colors more act as a complement to the historic town from years ago. If you're gonna go here, make sure that you pack a lunch and bring some beverages, because this is a place where you wanna spend some time at, because the longer you stay here, I swear, the cooler it gets. And that leads me to my hidden gem of the week. I'm talking about the Cut River Bridge. If you have ever traveled across the UP on US 2, that means that you drove over top of the Cut River Bridge. And you might not know this, but all of this is underneath of it. You should stop there and hike that trail, and then that's probably where you're going to end up eating the pasty that you bought in St. Agnes just a few moments earlier. Does this list that I made cover every single beautiful spot across the entire Upper Peninsula? Well, no, I actually think that might be impossible. But it does give you a start from the furthest west all the way through, down through the Lake Michigan area, and gives you a few spots so that you can get your list started, and then maybe you can add to it. And if you have a few spots that I didn't put on this list and you want to share it with me, I would absolutely love to hear it. I do want to offer a special thanks to Ludington Bay Brewing because they're keeping us stocked up on our fall provisions, and they're the ones that make videos like this possible. So thank you, and until next time, cheers.